Hi everyone, this is Airhead. I recently toyed around with the different launch options and reticle colors that you can set up in Apex now, and I found a setting that I really like, so I wanted to share it with you guys. We'll start off with the Wingman iron sights just to kind of show you what it does to it. With every sight, you'll notice that it's a black center dot with a thin blue outline around the reticle, so it kind of gives you a good contrast in both highlight and low light situations. And with the Wingman irons, even when you aim out into like a really highlight situation, it almost makes that outer circle go away, making it a lot easier to use whenever you need to really place a bullet. So the red dot sight or the 1x HCOG, same kind of situation, really crisp black dot with a thin blue line around it. So in dark situations, you still have that little blue highlight to help you. The 2x basically stays the same. It seems like it might have thinned out just a little bit, but it's still just as helpful as it was before. Now the 1 to 2x kind of surprised me. The outer ring has always been kind of in the way on that gun. And when you use it in higher light situations, it almost goes away, just kind of like the Wingman Iron. So makes it a lot more useful in my opinion. And I actually was kind of surprised by this sight because I've always hated it. Now the flatline irons came out really cool. They're basically just like a dark navy or almost black. But what's really neat is when you fire, it seems like the muzzle flash interferes with the color in some way. So you basically get like this charged up look where it kind of lights up the bottom section, leaving you just a black dot in the top. I thought it was a pretty neat effect, so part of the reason I'm keeping it. The 3X is probably a lot of people's favorite sight in this game, and it gives you a really nice, crisp reticle, just like the guns or the sight has always had. But in this case, with that thin black and the blue, it makes it a little bit easier to use when you're really trying to place a bullet long range without having to worry about just getting kind of close, because of the reticle size. So now the 2 to 4x is basically the same as the 3x, still blue when you aim at a light target and black with a blue outline when you aim at a dark target. Now it does have the same effect as the flatline irons when you shoot down sights. Now the thing about towing with these reticles is sometimes you end up, if you play with the settings for too long, you'll end up finding that some guns just don't have a reticle, like the R301, the Volt, that'll just disappear. In these settings, I found the R301 still has a reticle, so do the other guns, but it's just a little bit more difficult to use for the R301 in particular for like long range because it kind of blurs it a little bit. But the Volt, on the other hand, gets a little bit of a darker blue circle around it, so it can be obtrusive a little bit in lower light areas. The Sentinel, nice little perk, has a really bold little dot or really focused little dot, so making the iron sights a little bit easier to use, and the same is true for the charge rifle. So if you want to have these settings in your game, basically just go into Steam, right click on your game, and then choose properties, and once you've done so, under the general tab you'll have this area called launch options. If you add this little snippet of code in there, the plus reticle color and then the three numbers that I have spaced out in there, that'll get you the exact same reticle color that I have in the game. So if you like this setting and you think it'll help you play Apex better, go ahead and do it.